Hi everyone, how are you doing today? I'd like to say I'm doing a little bit better, but I got some things going on. I haven't been able to record or videotape for a couple days, and the reason being is a couple of weeks ago I noticed that by my side of the bed in the bedroom, our floor was a little dropped just a little bit by the vent, a little saggy, a little spongy, I guess. So we called up some contractors to come out and looked at it, and they said that it looked like the condensation from the vent may have gotten to the subfloor, and that's what was causing it, and that they would be able to come out in another week and fix it. Well, time progressed, the week came, they came out, they pulled up the other floor, they looked at the subfloor, and to tell you, the house is built in the 80s. Well, this vent that's ran through this air conditioner vent, we had a new air conditioner put in, a lot better one, so it blows a lot better than the old one and works much better, more efficient. Well, I guess it's been working really efficient and blowing that cold air, so when it's been meeting that warm air, it's been creating condensation. And through us and through the years past before we bought the house, condensation had built up over through the subfloor and started eating away at it. Well, needless to say, that little spot in my bedroom, they had to tear up the whole floor in the bedroom to replace the subfloor. Well, that's not the whole story. We had the contractors look at the floor, air conditioner guys come out and look at it, see about making sure the vents, everything was connected the way it's supposed to be up underneath the floor. And there was a little bit of few gaps, and come to find out that it had been condensating up underneath there for probably for several years, even before we had it. And it started eating away, and it started creating that black mold. So our little project in the bedroom has now created to taking out the subfloor throughout the house. So right now, half my house is in a garage. Another part of the house furniture is underneath the carport outside. Some of it's in the living room. They got to shuffle it around, and they're tearing it all up. And I'll show you some pictures of it. I haven't been able to do any kind of videos because I've been having to kind of deal with that, but I decided to step away and come in here into the treasure center, get away for a little bit. You know, I had 4 items to sell that sold, so I thought I would talk about them, what sold. I've already packaged them up and taken to the post office. I've tried to be around close in case they had any questions or I had questions that I needed answered. But let me tell you about what sold, and I'll put the pictures up there. The first item that sold was a brown silver cup box of chalk, billiard chalk, 12 pieces in the box. That came from that I guess you want to call it eBay arbitrage. You know, I had bought from another eBay seller at $1 a box, 75 boxes worth, and I've been selling them. I sold this one for $6.41 free shipping. The next thing that sold was a JanSport backpack, neon orange color. It picked it up at a garage sale and showed it in a video. I paid $1 for it, or maybe $2 for that one. I can't. It was $1 or $2 for it, and I sold it for $14.20 plus the buyer paid the shipping. So that was a really good backpack. It was real clean, really good condition. Still looked excellent. The third item that I packaged and shipped off was a novelty floating fillet knife. It's old vintage. It's wood. The fillet knife on one side of it says for honest fishermen, and it has 1-inch scale all the way down. The other side of the fillet knife said for dishonest fishermen, and all the 1-inch marks were in about a 1/2-inch scale. So it has a fun little novelty, and it sold for $9.45 plus the buyer paid the shipping. And I don't know when that knife was made, but I'm gonna guess probably around the 1960s. So it was still real good, clean condition, and the fillet knife will work just fine. It's a good piece. It's a good novelty piece for people to talk about when they're out fishing. The fourth item I sold was the other Hunter replacement ceiling fan universal remote. I sold one a couple days ago, and I sold this one for $15 plus the buyer paid the shipping. I said in that other video, there's a good Ebola items. Any kind of time you come across a working ceiling remote control for a fan, for remote control for a ceiling fan, those are always really good sellers. Every time I've ever got one, I've sold them very quickly. And like this one I sold for $15 plus the shipping. The other one I sold for whatever it was, $20 or $19-20 plus the, and some of them that you can sell for $25-30 easily. So be on the lookout for all you eBay resellers. Be on the lookout for the ceiling fan remote controls that are working. They'll sell. I also have the transmitter that goes along with them. I parted them out, so the transmitters will sell separately from the remote controls. So those were the 4 items that I packed up, shipped, and took out already. And of course, while I was out, and about, I don't sell too much clothing, but I came across a deal at a Tractor Supply store that I saw, and they had a whole bunch of flannel shirts, and I picked them up along with some others, and that's some of them down there. And those 2 garbage bags over there, that's all full of those clothing. So winter time's coming up. I know it's several months away, but it's those things you got to look at if you're an eBay seller or a reseller or anybody like that sells. Those are the things to start looking for now. You're working into the fall time to the winter time. Garage sales slow down. You need to start picking up Halloween items now, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and winter stuff. Start picking up the winter clothing, hats, gloves, boots, shoes, things like that. Start finding, it's still warm, it's still summertime. Find that stuff now when you can and pick it up for cheap, because when that fall and that cold time comes around in the winter, they're gonna start selling like hotcakes. So that's what I do. Always pick up items that you can turn around and flip and make a profit right now, but also look for future months or seasons. If you got the space and you can store stuff, that's good, because if you list a swimsuit during the winter, it's probably not going to do as good as it would in the spring or the summer. And the same going with a big thick down jacket. If you list that during the summertime, some people might get it because they might think come wintertime, or I don't want to go, but for the most time, some of that stuff's going to sit around until you start hitting those colder months. Like I said, right now is the time for that Halloween stuff, and to start thinking about that Christmas, Thanksgiving and Christmas. You're going to start having those sales coming up in a couple months. Start looking out for those sales where you can pick up end of summer items. Those are the things, those end of the summer items, the prices are going to drop down really good. You're going to be able to pick them up for cheap, list them, post them, sell them on eBay, resell them at your venue that you sell it at. That's the kind of items you need to get. So, excuse me, I'm a little dry from being inside while they've been working on that floor. But so this video is not going to be a real long video. I apologize that it couldn't be a lot more, but that's what I'm doing right now. Is had to get out of there. I'm dealing with that. I'm gonna try to post more items. You know, I figured now I got the time, I might as well list stuff and sell it. Try to get more listings going on my eBay store, and I got to work on that clothing. Up there, right up there is that Pure Stream steamer. I bought it. It's a new one because since I picked up a whole bunch of new clothes, so that way I got a rack. What I do is, you know, I'll take these up there and hang them up on the rack, give them a quick steam, get the wrinkles out of them, take pictures of them, list them, post them, and my winter flannels will be starting to be listed and be ready for that winter time. All right, so anyway, sorry about the video that it couldn't be any more than it is right now. I hope everybody's doing well and you're safe and everybody's okay. I appreciate all my viewers and subscribers. I'm going to have a lot more interesting videos coming up in the future. Sometime probably next week, I'm going to do a video on some gold and how to look for gold at garage sales, flea markets, other venues. So that way you can look at it and know if it's real, or how to tell if it's real, or if you've got a testing kit. I'm going to show you how to test it to determine whether it's real gold or not, and the types of gold to look out for and the types of gold to not look out for. All gold is good, but some of it's worth more than others. So I'll explain all that coming up next week when I do the video. But thank y'all. I appreciate you. And just remember, there's plenty of treasures out there in the world, and you can find treasures wherever you go. But my greatest treasure are friends like you. So thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.